So fast forward to the next morning.
Okay.
So Mikey's mom, she's up, getting ready to go to work. She's out the door, and it's just Mike Sr., Mikey, Chris, myself, hanging out.
Right.
And somehow we got talking about the show, and once again, the whole Mike Sr. was regaling us with some of the show bits that we've done in the past that made him laugh so hard he said he literally peed himself.
Right.
Laughing about certain things we did. He said, that's all I do. I just listen to the show. I have one earbud in at the plant, and I listen to you guys and laugh and laugh and laugh.
Yeah, he did.
Well, I think I had brought it up. I said to Mikey or the rest of you guys, says, yeah, we did this whole segment on this guy who calls himself the Walrus.
Right.
I said, he's actually from down around this area.
Yeah.
And Mikey's like, where? I said, I don't know. It's just down around this area. I'm not exactly sure where.
Sure.
So Mikey gets on his computer.
Yeah.
Looks it up. He goes, what? There he is, right there. He's like pretty damn close.
Right. He was like 10 miles away or something.
And he goes, hey, he's broadcasted too.
Right.
So he went to the Spreaker.
Yep.
And this guy was broadcasting his morning show.
Right.
And so Mikey starts antagonizing through the instant messenger on Facebook.
Right.
And starts sending him messages. It's just like, hey, is this you? Are you live? And so on and so forth. And then he starts in with the whole "you suck" and just carrying on. It's
right,
like
calling him a cunt.
Right. And he had his followers who follow on Facebook, and he said, "You don't know what you're talking about. Get lost."
Now, before you get further with this, let's remind everybody: the Walrus's thing is positivity.
Yeah, positivity.
Everything has to be positive on his show.
Sure.
Right.
So he's trying to be very positive. So Mikey antagonizing this guy. You suck, and and they said, if you don't like it, why don't you just tune out, and so forth.
Hit stop.
Yeah.
Hit stop.
Yeah. Stop listening.
Right.
And he, what did Mikey said? He said something about, he goes, well, you're just a negative something or other. And Mikey typed back in there, well, you're a cunt. Just like that.
Right.
It's like, holy shit.
Yeah, Mikey went crazy.
So anyway, Mikey got into a whole chat war.
Right.
Going on there, which kind of surprised us because of the language.
Yeah, it was a little raw.
It was really raw.
It was very raw. I was offended.
Sure. So then Mikey said, well, are you taking phone calls?
Right.
He goes, why don't you call in and we'll talk about this?
Right.
So he gave out the number.
Yeah.
And so Chris decided, okay, I'm going to take over here and I'm going to call.
Right.
And so Chris calls in.
Right.
And I'll let you just take it from there.
Well, yeah. Now, I'm just going to state in advance that I did edit this audio a little bit. I didn't cut anything out.
Sure.
But the most of the call was really low.
Yeah.
On his broadcast.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what he does, if he does it Rev style where he takes a phone call on a cell phone and holds it up to a mic.
Yeah, I don't know what he does, but I boosted my audio so everybody could hear it.
Right.
So this first audio here is the Walrus's show as it went live.
Right.
So here we go. Neely, just point at me or whatever when you want me to stop.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Good morning, Walrus Nation. You're listening to the Thunder Walrus Show here on the Walrus Radio Network. I hope you are having a wonderful Monday morning. Got a smile on your face. You're in a happy place. It's going to be a great week. I'm looking forward to the weekend, but I'm not going to rush through any day. The reason I'm looking forward to the weekend.
Now, can you hear him here? He's already distracted.
Yeah, he's already distracted. He's pulling away from the mic.
Right. He's looking at his computer. He's looking to see what's going on in his chat room.
Sure. And he's trying to pass a very positive, not going to waste a day, not going to waste a minute. I got a smile on my face. I'm happy to be alive.
Right.
Everything's great.
And I ruined that very quickly. Here we go.
Is because we are going to be at the Abate of Maryland state rally out in Cumberland County. All right, let's deal with this, dude. We're going to have a phone call here with this clown. I just want to see what his deal is.
All right.
1-0.
So anyway, and so now you've distracted him. You've taken off his.
Well, Mikey has
right,
distracted him.
Mikey is distracting him on the Facebook Instant Messenger.
Right.
And so he can't stay focused on preaching his positivity.
No.
He's just focused on the things that Mikey was saying.
Right.
Which was very derogatory, by the way.
Very brutal.
Yeah, so go ahead.
All right.
Let me give him a number here.
Dead air.
Okay, there. We've got the
That's
number
all right.
typed in. Let's see if we can get this guy to call. There is apparently some guy, Michael Yackham. He's taking time to listen to my show and be on Spreaker chat room with me, and is apparently thinks I'm a douche and feels like he needs to be the one to tell me that I'm a douche. So let's see if we get him on here. I gave him a phone number. Let's see if he'll call it. He wants to talk to me. Sure, I'll talk to anybody who wants to talk to me. I don't care.
Sure.
I like talking. I enjoy talking a great deal.
That's good.
All right, here we go. Hello?
Hello, you wanted me to call, I'm calling.
Okay, you seem to have a very big issue with me. There's a way to handle that. You can just click the stop button. You understand that correctly?
Well, I definitely understand that. I also definitely understand that when you're talking about rolling and shit, I should be listening to shit. That's why I was listening to your show.
Okay.
All right.
Now, we got to backtrack because we didn't really set that up real well.
Sure.
He was telling some story
Oh, that's right.
about, what was it about?
It was some guy who had some kind of fetish about rolling around in cow manure.
Right.
So he was telling this shocking story about
Right.
some guy who just enjoyed rolling around in cow manure.
Right. So that's what I hit him with. All right, here we go. You ready? Here we go.
Okay, well, that was a guy whose fetish was rolling around in manure. I mean, do you get any stranger than that?
What's your fetish, doing bad radio?
Wow. Smack.
Yeah, what's your fetish? Doing bad radio.
Right. All right.
All right, here we go.
Apparently entertaining idiots like you is my fetish because you're the only one that...
Be an idiot like me. That makes dumb radio like yours more enjoyable. You fucking retard.
You use the R word. Doesn't it make you cringe to use the R word?
It's very bad of me.
Yeah. You use the R word, man.
Well, it gets a little worse.
All right.
Here we go.
Okay. Does that make you feel better?
Now, wait a minute. Who does that sound like?
Isn't that the Rev?
That's exactly what the Rev said
Does
to me.
it make you feel better?
Do you feel better
Yeah.
when you say that to me?
Right.
All right.
It does. That makes me feel damn great.
Why are you wasting...
Come on, retards. I like kicking Down syndrome kids right in the cunt. That's why I'm hitting you.
That always gets people.
Yeah, when you go Down syndrome with anybody and you say cunt on
Yeah.
top of Down syndrome, they get very offended.
They do.
They really do.
Rather than just go with the context of the words and the verbiage,
Right.
they somehow apply it to somebody that they may know, or,
Right.
or maybe something they're aware of.
Right.
But rather than just think, okay, you said something that is politically incorrect, and
Sure.
maybe people would not just verbalize it daily.
Yeah.
But instead of applying it to a real situation,
Right.
they just don't use it just like a cuss word or something.
Right, of course.
Go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Okay. Well, why would you waste so much time and energy that you could spend doing positive things on negative things? Because you understand the universe is just your projection screen to play your life out on.
Yin and yang bullshit karma nonsense. The world is shit and you know it.
So you're just basically chipping away at this guy's positive stone. Just
Every positive thing he says, I answer with something very negative.
just chip away, chip away.
And what you know, and Mikey knows, and Mike Sr. knows, that was the whole goal.
Right.
was to beat up the positive.
Yeah, take him off his game.
Right, was to try and get him
just
mad.
see if he can get him turned
Right.
to where it turns negative.
Right. All right, you ready?
Go ahead.
Here we go.
Yeah, but my world,
Brings on shit fucking stuff.
my world isn't. My world's fabulous. It's sunny and 80 every day where I live, sunshine.
Is it really? Because I'm like 10, maybe 10 miles from you right now, sweetheart.
Called you sunshine, you retort with sweetheart.
That's right.
Wow, you guys are friendly.
We're very friendly fellows.
You are.
I don't care. I don't care if you're in my damn backyard. It's sunny and 80 where I am. It's all about your attitude. And your attitude's the only thing you have control of.
Employment benefits ran out. Were you smiling?
What was that?
When your unemployment benefits ran out, were you smiling and happy?
Don't.
So when your unemployment benefits ran out, were you smiling and happy?
Just asking.
Well, there's a context for that
Yeah.
thing where there's a picture of him in the kitchen of a restaurant,
Right.
and it's the walrus out of his zone.
Right.
And he doesn't belong there. He should be behind a mic and doing his show in the morning
Right.
because that is his job.
That's right.
But instead, he's got to go work a job for a living to pay the bills.
Right.
And so that was one of the things Chris was trying to key in on there.
Right. You ready?
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I haven't been on unemployment in a very long time.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Really? How about when your mama moved into your house there? Sweet.
That's fine. My mother.
Wow. So that was keying in on something that he covered on the show a few weeks ago.
Right.
That he needed X amount of dollars to live, and his mom is living with him, and his chick is living with him, and everybody's living together, and they may need X amount of dollars for their subsistence.
I got to say, this was a pretty mean attack.
It was just flat out just the old angry Aiken.
Yeah, it really was, but it was funny. All right, here we go.
Mother moved in because my mother retired.
I hear you. Your positivity is rubbing off. Now I want to go sing to Jesus.
Your positivity is rubbing off. Now I want to go sing to Jesus. Wow. Wow.
Buckets fruitcake.
Well, you can go sing to Jesus if you want to. You can come over here and sing to me if you want to. I don't care. Just as long as you're singing, it means you're in a happy spot when you're singing, isn't it?
Picking on you makes me happy, though, you dumb shit.
So your positivity is picking on people.
That's right.
Puts you in your happy place.
Puts me in my positive space.
Right.
Right.
So instead of acknowledging that, he's saying that you're probably not doing something right.
I'm doing something wrong, even though I felt positive.
But if it made you smile,
yeah.
and it made you happy,
So if that makes me happy, is that right or wrong?
well, according to the philosophy, there is that you were doing the right thing.
That's right. All right, here we go.
But why does that make you happy? Can you tell me what kind of pleasure you get from that?
Absolute pleasure of picking on the retarded and the stupid. That is where I get all of my pleasure.
I'm glad that you...
So I'm thinking he's got the cell phone up near the
mic,
just like with the Rev.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing the Rev thing.
He definitely is.
He's got it on the speaker phone and then letting it go into the mic.
Right.
All right.
All right, here we go.
found your happy spot. At least you found something that does make you happy.
I definitely did, and the fact that you've got that high forehead from being a fucking downsloped kid gives me a good spot to put my boot, you fucking idiot.
Wow. Just brutal attack after attack for no apparent reason.
You know, that's not very nice. I can't believe that you said that, Neeley.
Yeah.
Can't believe you wrote that and handed that to me.
Right. Look at that. Look at that in the chat room.
What do you say?
It says, tries to stay positive, HIV positive. Ouch.
Ouch.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
You're welcome to come over and try to place your boot there anytime you would like.
Are you threatening?
Now, wait a minute. Is he starting to come off his happy space?
Yeah, he is. He's saying, come on, bring it on, big boy.
All right.
Me with some negativity?
Nope,
Oh, my goodness.
No, that was an invitation.
Are you
You said,
sing Kumbaya with me, you fucking...
sure, we'll hold hands, sing Kumbaya. Fix you a cup of hot tea, whatever you want. We try to be gracious hosts. Hello?
And that's where
And that's where my dumbass phone cut out because my
Right.
phone's a piece of shit.
right.
But that's also where it went from fun to fucked.
It kind of backfired a little bit.
Yeah, it did a little bit.
So-
Because unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess, because it makes for good radio, I used my regular phone number
Right.
and did not block it.
Right. Right.
So I cut all that stuff out. But he got my regular phone number.
Sure.
So he put my phone number out on his podcast.
And the Facebook and
Right.
any instant messenger and everything else.
And so as Neeley and I drove for the next
6 hours.
6 hours, my phone kept ringing every 5 minutes.
Yeah. So he, along with his 4 minions that listen to his show.
Well, it was only one number that kept, two numbers that kept calling me over
Okay.
and over. It was his number
and that other gal.
and that other person.
Yeah.
And that was it.
And they just kept calling all day long.
Yeah. Every 5 minutes there was another call.
Right.
But then in the middle, and now to be clear on this, Neeley and I did not hear these calls because I actually put an app on my phone to block them.
Sure.
But I left it so that they could leave voicemails because
Right.
I thought it might be good for the show.
Sure.
And there were several voicemails. I only kept one.
Okay.
And this is the one. It came directly from the Walrus.
Okay.
And it was a little bit, it definitely was not from his happy place.
It was definitely not a positive message.
So would you like to hear his message that he left me?
So how far into the whole calling through the day did this message
This
come in?
message came in at 1:03.
In the afternoon?
So we called him at, 9:45 in the morning.
This was about 3 hours later.
Yeah, like 3.5 hours.
Okay. So after 3.5 hours of continuous calling.
Right.
And not getting a response or an
Right.
answer.
Yeah, because we didn't answer or call him back or anything.
Right.
This is the message that the King of Positivity, the Thunder Walrus, gave us.
Right.
Ready?
Go ahead.
Mr. Aiken, you have pushed a button with me, sir. I was trying to be polite to you on my radio show. But now that I went back and read the email you sent to me via PayPal about how bad you hate me, you might want to start hating me at a fucking distance.
Now, wait a minute. Is that language?
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a positive message.
That's not positive at all. That's very hateful.
Right.
I was expecting positivity.
Sure.
All right, here we go.
And hating me in silence. Because I know where Twinsburg, Ohio 44087 is. I know exactly how many miles it is to get there, and I'm looking at a picture of your house right now. Lovely little rancher-style house with a sidewalk in front of it. In 2007, it had a green fire hydrant with an orange cap on it. Wonder if that's still there.
Yeah, it is. It actually is still there.
Nice.
May take a ride out to sea and bring a few of my friends.
Well, see, so there you go. I may bring some of my friends.
Yeah, I need firepower.
Yeah, so I have to bring an army.
I gotta bring the Walrus.
I gotta bring the Walrus Nation with me.
That's right. The Walrus Nation
'Cause
needs to
I'm
be
not-
there to help me.
Because I'm not going to face you face to face. I'm
No.
gonna bring backup.
That's right.
Sure.
Here we go.
On me, dude. Keep telling me to drop dead and keep insulting my mother. You should have left my mother out of this, you low-life, maggot-cunted prick.
Wow, that doesn't sound like a positive message.
I'm not feeling the positive. This does not feel like a Tony Robbins special.
Sure.
Now. This feels very different than Tony
Right.
Robbins.
Now the thing is that I know you have a good relationship with your mother at this point.
Sure.
My mother passed away back in '85.
Right.
All right. If anybody said anything negative about your mother, especially when they don't know her, are you going to get all defensive about it?
Won't give two shits.
That's my point. It's like,
Right.
okay. And?
Got me.
Yeah, wow, you said something mean about my
Well,
mom.
look, we had guys on the show right after my dad died talking about my dad being worm food. And I was like, whatever.
Hey, Chris, when your mom sits around the house, she sits around the house.
Hey, you know what? My mom likes to suck a lot of dick. Fucking miles of cock. That's what my mom does.
Right.
Okay? I can play the same game you can.
so-
It doesn't matter. It's fucking words. It doesn't matter.
But these guys, like the yeehaw crowd, they always get the whole, you can't talk about my mother.
You can't say that about my ma.
Yeah, I know. I'll never understand that. It's like, you're not defending anybody's honor here.
Yeah, come on. Your mom isn't hearing it, first of all.
And it's just words. It's just
Yeah.
enough to get you riled up, which
Yeah.
obviously you accomplish
Yeah.
that.
Guess what, dude? I don't know your mom.
Right.
So anything I said about your mom
Sure.
is bullshit.
Sure.
All right, here we go.
Now, yes, I've recorded this, and I want you to hear it. And call the police department and play it for them. Because I feel threatened by you. You've called me, you've sent me emails, and now I'm responding to them with an honesty. If it continues, we will meet each other face to face, sir, and we will address this like grown men, not like assholes behind telephones or emails. Be sure you understand who you're poking. You better let sleeping dogs lie, son. Let sleeping dogs lie.
Right.
What happened over there?
I think the battery might be dying on the mic
Is it
thing.
red?
No,
Okay.
but I just tapped on it and then it came back.
Oh, okay. So anyway, so you took him
It
off.
is blinking.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
So anyway, you took him off his game.
Yep.
All right. So that was the message he left you.
That was the message he left me.
All right.
So I sent him an email.
All right.
And I sent him an email saying, "Look, dude," and I'll be straight up about it. I said, "Dude, probably shouldn't have brought your mom into the
Sure.
show." You know, which is fine. You know, that's me doing my normal, going way over the fucking top.
Right.
But I didn't take anything else back.
Right.
I just kind of said, "You know what, dude? We were trying." I told him the truth. I said, "We're trying to get you off your game,"
Right.
and clearly it worked.
Well, see, here is I take this a whole different angle.
All right.
This guy is putting himself out there for public consumption.
Correct.
And he has now, quote unquote, christened himself as a broadcaster.
Correct.
So when you're a broadcaster,
Yeah.
you're going to get this kind of nonsense. It's going to happen.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
But you don't go hunting down these people and threatening to beat them up because they're sticking a thorn in your side as as someone who puts themselves out in the public forum.
Right.
Like
How
that.
many people would we be beating ass on
Right.
at this point?
Right.
Jesus, and including famous people.
Sure. So what the Walrus needs to learn is, regardless of if somebody gives him shit about anything,
Yeah.
he's putting himself out there
Yeah.
for critique,
How
and
about-
that's what you did.
Yeah, just let it go.
Yeah.
Enjoy the fact that some dumbass called your show.
Right.
Revel in.
Right.
This thing is like dying. Dude. It's dying quickly.
Okay.
You got another battery?
No, I don't. We'll have to go get one.
Oh, shit.
I'll just go up the street.
All right.
But anyway,
So that's that.
right?
So why don't we do this? Why don't we play some tunes?
All right.
Since we can't finish this bit, and we'll you'll go get a battery, and then we'll finish
Those batteries usually last like for weeks.
this. Well, this one is clearly dying.
All right. All right.
Why don't we play a couple of tunes, and then we'll finish this, and then we'll go from there.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. So, ooh, hello. Jesus. Where are we at here? All right. Why don't we play a little Heathen?
All right. Sounds good.
All right. We'll play. This one is Fade Away from the Evolution of Chaos.
Excellent. All right. Here it is. It's Heathen exclusively here.
On your classic metal show.